Some things you just feel are about to flip the script. And today, Chargers fans, we're talking behind-the-scenes shakeups, long-held dreams finally coming into focus, and a possible bombshell that could blow up our offense in a way no one's expecting. Buckle up, because what's brewing right now could completely reshape our 2025. A bold draft move, a superstar name being floated, and a strategic piece that could unlock everything. Ready for this? Let's jump right into it. Picture this, the draft countdown hits pick 22, and booms, out of nowhere, a name pops up on the screen that no one had on their radar, Will Johnson. The fans freeze, the media goes dead silent, and then the roar. Jim Harbaugh just pulled off one of his biggest moves yet as head coach of the Chargers. Yeah, you heard that right. One of the most unexpected scenarios is picking up steam behind the scenes. Harbaugh reuniting with his former Michigan standout, right in the heart of LA's defense. Will Johnson, the corner he personally molded into a beast at Michigan, might just land in our lap like a gift from the football gods. And look, this wouldn't just be a feel-good reunion. It would be smart, calculated, the kind of move that has rival AFC teams gritting their teeth. Johnson is flat out one of the most complete defensive backs in the 2025 class. High football IQ, physical as hell, elite instincts. Even with the season shortened by injury, he still dropped 2 pick sixes in just 6 games. Who does that? Only someone built for this game. What's wild is that most analysts don't even have corner as a top priority for us. And that's exactly the point. Harbaugh doesn't play by the logical script, he plays chess. If Johnson's sitting there at 22, passing on him would be like tossing away a once-in-a-decade shot to craft the secondary Harbaugh's always dreamed of. Now check this out. According to Jason Reed from Bolt Beat, Johnson's draft stock has been sliding the past few weeks. Some see it as a head-scratcher. Others, a straight-up blessing. The kind of opportunity that separates the teams who just show up and from the ones who chase rings. Imagine Johnson locking down the rival's top receiver, running a scheme he already knows like the back of his hand. That's instant chemistry, that's identity, and that's exactly what this team's been missing for years. A defense with teeth and a coach's vision written all over it. Fans are split. Some want O-line help or a new tight end. But a growing crowd is getting hyped at the thought of coach and prodigy side by side again, this time repping powder blue and gold. And if you think that was the wildest part of the day, oh, just wait. What's coming next? It could flip our entire offense on its head, literally. What would you say if I told you an 8-time Pro Bowler, one of the most dangerous weapons in the league, might be headed to L.A.? And no, this isn't some pipe dream from Reddit. This is legit. Tyreek Hill's name is getting real traction in Chargers circles, and things are heating up. Let's be real. If this deal goes down, it shakes the entire AFC. Justin Herbert throwing to Tyreek Hill, that's not just exciting, that's lethal. A QB with sniper-like accuracy paired with the fastest man in the league, that combo breaks defenses, forces them to rethink everything. And the signs are there. Hill ended last season with mixed messages, first saying he wanted out of Miami, then walking it back. But this past weekend, more cryptic tweets, more whispers. Coincidence? Nah. Steve Delvecchio from Yardbarker pointed it out. The Chargers still have a massive gap at wide receiver. Ladd McConkey balled out in 2024, over 1,000 yards, 82 catches, 7 touchdowns. But after him, it gets thin fast. Quentin Johnston hasn't broken out. Mike Williams isn't who he used to be. We need depth. We need explosion. We need a game breaker. Hill might have had a down season last year, but let's not forget he played half of it with a busted wrist and no Tua throwing his way. Translation? He's still got gas in the tank. Plenty of it. And he's itching to prove it. Now, from a front office angle, sure, trading for Hill would cost a day 2 pick. High price? Maybe. But for a guy who can still be the best WR in the league and is under contract through 2026, that's not too steep. Especially for a team trying to win now, not 3 years from now. Hill would be the spark plug this offense needs. He'd free up McConkey, take heat off Herbert, and give opposing DC's nightmares with his ability to change a game on one play. Fans are already debating it online. Some say it's too much money, too risky. Others, they're already daydreaming about Hill streaking down SoFi with the ball in his hands. But one thing's clear. If Hill really comes to LA, the 2025 season hits a whole new level. And while everyone's buzzing about that, don't sleep on what's next. It might not be flashy, but it's the kind of move that wins you games in December. I'm talking ground and pound power. I'm talking backfield domination. Big changes don't always come with headline names. Sometimes they start quietly, deep in the draft, under the radar. But that's where smart franchises feast. And the Chargers, they're about to build a steel wall in the backfield, and that story runs straight through Najee Harris and whoever lines up next to him. With Gus Edwards gone and J.K. Dobbins out of the picture, our run game needs a new identity. Najee's here, yeah, and he brings serious pedigree, but he's on a deal through the end of 2025. Can't bet the farm on just one guy. Harbaugh knows that better than anyone. That's why a RB2 is quietly becoming a top draft priority. And we're not talking about placeholders here. We're talking future starters, legit weapons. 4 names are on the radar, each with their own flavor. First up, R.J. Harvey from UCF, straight-up bulldozer. Nearly 3,000 yards and 38 touchdowns over the last 2 years. Averages 6 yards per carry. He doesn't just run, he breaks defenses. Perfect complement to Najee in a bruising, wear-you-down scheme. Want versatility and a winning mindset? Tre'Veyon Henderson out of Ohio State brings both. Solid production, strong vision, and he's got hands. He can catch passes, extend plays, and mess with defensive alignments. Then there's the sleeper pick, Caleb Johnson from Iowa. Not a lot of buzz, but the tape, it speaks. In 2024, 1,500 yards, 21 touchdowns. Big frame, sneaky fast, high motor. Harbaugh loves guys like this, strong, coachable, and hungry. Last but not least, Cam Skattebo from Arizona State, the offensive Swiss Army knife. He runs, catches, blocks, and breaks tackles like it's nothing. In a system craving versatility, Skattebo could be the ultimate X factor. Best case scenario? Snag one of these guys on day 3 without burning premium picks. Suddenly, we've got a backfield that controls the clock, grinds down defenses, and opens up the air game for Herbert to do his thing. Fans in LA are getting louder. They want fresh legs, real toughness, that no-nonsense physicality. And this RB pick might just be the low-key piece that separates good teams from legendary ones. So now there's really only one question left. Are you ready to dive headfirst into this war with us? Today wasn't just about names. It was about dreams lining up, bold strategies coming to life, and a franchise refusing to live in anyone's shadow. If Will Johnson lands here, our defense gets a soul. If Tyreek Hill joins, our offense catches fire. And with the right back next to Najee, we get balance. The war for glory is on, and the Chargers are loading up heavy. Now it's your turn. Which of these moves do you think flips everything for 2025? Drop your take in the comments, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and let's ride because our moment is now. Bolt up!